Hey y'all. Just getting situated. Cleansing the energy in the room. Hey Janice. I am getting ready to do the energy readings for this week. Just got back from doing podcasts. That was an awesome time. I need some more incense. How are you? I'm trying to get back out to the rink, but I have not had time. Plus I was sick, so. Yes, I do that too. I'm so used to doing it because I'm on Zoom with my students all the time. That's the first thing we do is we wave. So when I saw your name, I was like, oh. All right, if anybody pops in, tell them give me 2 seconds, 2 quick seconds. And then I'm going to start. Let me see if I can put some theme music on. We need some theme music for tonight's reading. We need some theme music. Yes. That's because we silly. I just did this podcast with Chef Monica. And I found out that I was today years old that I like okra. She made okra. And I like okra. Because I'm trying to start eating better. And I've been doing good for the past, I'd say, year. But I feel like I could do better. So, 2 seconds. Alrighty. All right, we're gonna get started. And then people will kind of pop in. You never had okra? Okay, they said they were supposed to be slimy, but however she cooked them, they were not slimy at all. It was so good. Right, okay, so she stewed them in, first she did them 2 ways. She stewed them in these like black eyed peas, which was, oh my gosh, it was so good. And then she like pan seared them with some orange, like some fresh squeezed orange juice and some olive oil. And then she threw some salt on it. It was so good. With some tomatoes, like she sliced up some grape tomatoes. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Okay, let me get my, see what spirit got to say. I got sage ashes everywhere. Hold on, y'all. Let me get it together. This is what happens when you literally come in the door and start. Yes, I am gonna make it. I am going to make it. It is good. She gave me some to bring home, and she makes her own spice blends, and she gave me some of her spice blends to try. I'm excited, girl. I am totally excited because that food was good. I was like, Dad, your kids is lucky. They ate like this all day, every day. She's a chef. And she just likes to, like, playing around in the kitchen is, like, really fun for her. So, all right. Let's do that. And do that. And do that. I just like to have a little music going on in the background. Yes. Definitely worth laughing, girl. Thank you, Spirit. I think I told them 8. I don't think they were expecting me to get back this fast. I came from Gastonia and got back here in probably right at about 30 minutes. It probably should have took me a little longer. You ready for this reading? Oh yes. So I am, and I'll make the announcement again at the end just in case I don't know if you're gonna stay all the way through. I'm gonna start doing personal readings now. Yeah. So I'm opening that up to the general public. I'm excited, and to my local people, you all will be able to be in person. Everybody else I'll have to do through Zoom. So, all right, let's see what Spirit has to say. Thank you, Spirit. This card keeps falling. Queen of Cups. That is such a good energy to be in. If this is the overall energy for the reading, that means we are emotionally balanced. We're open to love, but at the same time, we're like, we ain't in no rush. That's what the Queen of Cups energy is. She's emotionally a balanced woman. She's not, or man, because gender is not specific. But I wasn't asking any questions. I just kind of kept popping out. So that last card. So we'll see if she come out again. Hey-oh. Oh, that food was banging. And I mean banging. Like, I'm so excited. She gave me something to take home. Oh, Janice, I forgot to tell you. She put crispy chicken skin on the top. That's it. Oh my gosh. She did that. She did all of that. If you want to see how she made it, I'm posting the video. It's on Instagram Live, but I'm also going to be posting it on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel that I'm trying to grow, and it's the same, the realist _ 216. Yes, I'm gonna be doing a podcast every week on Sundays. It's called Unlearned Behaviors, and it's basically things that I have to unlearn and relearn to continue to grow in my life, and I'm just sharing it with the people because I'm sure other people want to know, different things out there too. So, yeah. But anyway, all right, let's get to this reading because that's what y'all are here for. Y'all are here for the reading. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, they popping. The song playing is I Still Love You. Let me turn it down because I don't want Instagram to start talking about me. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hold on. We're going to do a 9 card. Ooh. 3 more, Spirit. It's too many. It's too many, Spirit. 2. I need 2. I still have an extra. All right. Okay. All right, y'all. We got some cards. Bottom of the deck. Oh, wow. It's the King of Cups in reverse. So, considering that the Queen of Cups was the one that just came out first, and now the King of Cups is at the bottom of the deck, it means that the King of Cups is usually So the queen is a very open, loving, she's in her, emotional energy. And the king, he's open to emotion and he's balanced emotionally, which for the king to be balanced, it's like, that's pretty dang dope, because most of the time the masculine energy is usually not as emotional, So with him being in the reverse, it's kind of saying he's not balanced emotional. So you had the queen balanced, the king unbalanced. So that's saying like divine feminines right now, we are getting balanced in our emotions, which makes a lot of sense, because when you look at a lot of posts, everybody's talking about self-love, self-healing, like we're in a healing phase. But it looks like the divine masculines, they are, some of them, not all, some of them are unbalanced. And if this is just one person, it could mean that you're not balanced emotionally, because you got the queen upright and the king in the reverse. So it's like it's not balanced. It's not equaling out. All right. I'm leaving this over here because this is the six of swords is in the reverse. So normally the Six of Swords is like there's movement. Like you're either making, if it's in the upright, you're making movement. Your thoughts are flowing, things are moving, because swords are about intellect, okay? But with it being in the reverse, it's like there's no movement. So right now it feels like a real stiff, stuck energy. What the cards are saying is, sorry, I need a belch. There it goes. Excuse me. This is real life. All right, so we have the Ace of Wands, right? So the Ace of Wands is telling me like, hey, new start, new spark, new energy, new movement. It's a spark. It's usually got something to do with energy. And then you have the Knight of Swords in reverse. And you have the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is a person who, like, I would be considered a High Priestess because I am very in tune with myself, with my intuition. And I trust my intuition. The High Priestess, she knows, she sees. So your High Priestess are people who are really, really, I guess it would be the equivalent of saying really woke, and they're really just in tune to things. Hey, Queen. We're just kind of really getting started. So she's really, really kind of on her stuff. She's on her game. The High Priestess can see things. She's following, she will easily follow her intuition. But on her row, she's got the Ace of Wands, and then she's got the Knight of Wands in reverse. So what this is telling me, what these three cards are telling me, is saying that, and we're going to clarify later on, but to me right now, it's telling me that it's in this order. There's an action, like there's some new action that the High Priestess wants to take, but for some reason, whatever reason, she doesn't trust herself. So she's not confident, which is not normal for the High Priestess. Normally the High Priestess is, I know what I'm doing. I'm on it. I'm going. Yes, I'm going to do some oracles, Queen. But, yes, like you mean like oracles. Yes. High Priestess are like oracles, which is also like a seer. I am a High Priestess. I be on it, y'all. It took me a while to figure it out, but I'm on it. That's what my whole spiritual awakening was about, so that I could get to this point, because I love talking to my spirit guides. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so I had to get comfortable with it, because before I wasn't comfortable. I was a High Priestess, but I didn't believe in myself but I knew I had to take action, right? So that's kind of what's going on, like in this first row. In the second row, which is funny because like on the diagonals, we have Temperance, the Nine of Swords in reverse, and the High Priestess. To me, that's saying to me, like, she knows not to worry, and she knows that she needs to have patience. So what that's telling me is the High Priestess is aware of something, but she doesn't quite have all the answers. And so she's kind of waiting on information. And with these cups, it's making me feel like love. She's waiting on an offer. Like, this is the Five of Cups. And this came out, and that's like lack, right? So you see how they're paying attention to these three cups? Yeah, there's the third cup. My finger was covering it. So he's paying attention to these three cups, and he doesn't see that the two cups are coming, right? And so what Spirit is saying, because in that same row, it's like, don't worry, because it's in the reverse. This was in the reverse. The wheel hasn't turned yet, meaning have patience. So there's an offer coming. There's love coming in. Something, because the Knight is here. The Knight of Cups, he's here. Now you gotta watch for him, because he's the Knight that's like in and out. You know what I mean? He's an in and out kind of Knight, you know? And if this isn't love, if this is like business, it means like, you know, there's something coming in, like an offer coming in. But really go over it. Pay close attention to it. Because you got two Knights here. You got the Knight of Swords is in reverse. So it makes me feel like this might not be a good offer. It might not be a good offer. And then you have the King of Swords here, which is the king that knows his truth. He stands in his truth. And he's not so quick to use his sword, but he will. You know, he is kind of like a thinker. You know what I mean? Like, he's going to think about it. So, reading all these energies together without any clarification, because we're going to get ready to go and clarify these, it makes me feel like this was in the reverse and I keep turning it in the upright. It makes me feel like something's coming in. We know that we don't have to worry. We just have to have a little patience. We know that things are turning. They haven't turned yet into our favor. If it's love, it's saying, be patient. If it's business or something of that nature, it's saying, stop looking at what you think you lost, because there's better. There's something new coming. It's just not moving yet. Let's clarify. Let's clarify the Ace of Wands. I need to shuffle. How y'all been? Queen was on the podcast, Janice. Queen, I ate that whole bowl. With the quickness. Thank you, Spirit. The good thing is, y'all, it's looking like our thoughts, we're getting our thoughts together. We're getting our thoughts together, people. Like, we're not overthinking at the moment. Clarify. Ace of. Okay. Rebirth. Over the Ace of Wands. That makes so much sense. So, ooh, this little card is hiding in here. I'm going to get to it. I know what that is. That's the Queen of Swords. So you got the King of Swords. You got the Queen of Swords. Those are counterparts. And again, one is in the reverse and one is in the upright. So it's like we're flip-flopping. It's like we're flip-flopping, y'all. But there's a new thing coming. There's a rebirth. And it's starting. But somebody's got to get the courage to take action. Look at this lion. I got to figure out how I can do this light. Let me see if I turn this light down. No, that's like blowing it out even more. Sorry, guys. Minus. Okay, no, that's not going. Oh, there it goes. Look at that. It's like you gotta tame that lion. So there's a rebirth coming. The Ten of Swords is normally, oh shoot, and it's on a camel's back. The lion is standing on a camel's back, and then you have like the lion tamer with the flute. So it's like, and with it being in line with the High Priestess, it's kind of like the High Priestess is taming a lion right now. It's taming something that was painful. Because the Ten of Swords is like really painful. It's a something that happened that's painful, which is why it's a rebirth, because it has to end so that it can go back to one, you know? And 1 plus 0 is 1. So it's it's a rebirth. And with it being swords, it makes me feel like it's in the mind. Let's see. All right. So there's some things that, this is the moon. There's some things in the dark. You see how like that's her third eye? There's some things in the dark that are still hidden, and that's like that message is not, it's coming in, but it's not in yet. So like there's still some things that we can't see or that we can't quite figure out. Yeah, because over the High Priestess is the 7 of Swords. So, and it says politics, and it's in reverse. So it's like she's getting to a point where, or he or she, you can be a male and be in your High Priestess, you know, energy. It just means that you are really in tune with you, and you're in tune with your intuition. Everybody gets in tune with their intuition at different levels. Mine is really, really heightened and sensitive, and others may not be heightened and sensitive. They might have more kind of like another sense that's heightened, and they're in tune with. So over the 5 of Cups is 5. I want to look at the number. I think this is the Chariot, which is movement. So we've got no movement, and then we've got movement. And all this is leading to a transformation, but it's in the reverse right now. This is interesting. Oh. Okay. Okay, so this came out. This is the Queen of Swords, and she's in the reverse. Remember, we've got all these opposites going on, right? It's like one is yes, the other's no. So it's like the yin and the yang. We're trying to find balance. But in order to get this balance, we have to let go of control. We have to let go of control in order for the universe to move things in our direction. So we're manifesting, we want to make moves, but we have some things that are coming in, but we got to kind of release control. Yep. Okay. So if you are a person who's in your King of Swords energy, And that's like that ultra masculine. I just get these feelings and I don't know how to put words to them. So I just have to like feel them out. It's like this intense. So intensity came out over that. And what that is saying, like, especially if this is a female, pull that masculinity in you back. Pull it back a little bit. Because the aggression is off-putting. I guess that's the best way to say it. And the Knight of Cups, because the Knight of Cups is wanting to come in with the offer, but they're not quite ready. Remember I was saying, it feels like somebody's just not in their energy. Somebody's not in their energy, right? So the universe is saying, have patience, and all the things that you've been working towards and manifesting, it will come in. But we have to have patience. Like it's going to take some time. It's like things have to happen, and us being in High Priestess energy, it's like, okay, we know we can do this, we can do this, we can do this, and we can do this. And we're trying to make things happen before the universe is ready, before the wheel can turn. So it's like Spirit is kind of frustrated. Like they have to make you sit still. So right now what I'm getting from all of this is we've let go of a lot of hurt. We've let go of a lot of pain, and we're waiting. We're coming out of a feeling of stuckness. So it's like, it's coming. Have some patience. Don't try and control all of the situations. Know that there's a flow. You got to go with the flow. Whatever that flow is. You got to go with the flow. Got to go with the flow. Don't worry. You don't have to worry anymore. But you got to go with the flow. Thank you, Spirit. That's nice. All right, so we got to go with the flow. We got to go with the flow. We can go with the flow. It's not always easy to go with the flow because sometimes we don't even realize we're trying to control it. I know for me, I can speak for myself. For me, I don't even know when I'm trying to control a situation because I'm just in like worker bee mode. But I make myself trying to be aware of that. Like if something doesn't just flow easily for me, I'm like, okay, let me pull back and let me see if there's more information that needs to come in before I act on it. And again, this is general because some of this stuff I have actually felt like. I'm not feeling like that right now, but I have felt that. So this is a general collective reading. So it means like in the general collective, there are quite a few people out here that are ready to move, or they feel they're ready to move, but they don't know what move to make. And Spirit is just saying, keep your eyes peeled. I'm coming. I'm working on some things. It's hard not to force it because a lot of us, especially us alpha females that were kind of put into an alpha female situation, not necessarily by choice, we got into survival mode, and it was like we was just making things happen, and it became a part of us. I know for me, I had to kind of like relearn who I am, which is what made me come up with the podcast Unlearned Behaviors, because I had to figure out who I was again. I had really lost myself in just working and just making things happen. I was not living my life at all. And 2 years ago, like right before COVID hit, I was pretty depressed. And then COVID hit, relationship that I was in wasn't great, and it just went downhill. And then that's what got me on this path, on this journey to find myself again. I'm so glad I did. Oh my gosh. I am enjoying, like, even though there's like things are a little scary because I don't know what's coming next. I am totally on a faith walk right now. I'm excited though, because I don't know what's coming next. And that's how life is supposed to be. We are not supposed to know everything that's coming, when it's coming. Like, what's the purpose in that? You know what I mean? We're supposed to figure out what we're supposed to be doing here. Oh, I love my spirit guides. Change. That's what we're talking about. Change. It's important, guys. I want to keep this down here so you can see it. It's important, guys, that we acknowledge, and I keep saying this over and over and over again, change is the only constant. So you have to learn how to deal with change. And a lot of people get stuck and they don't even know they're stuck because they're trying to stay in the same place. And they're like, why am I uncomfortable? Why is all this happening? Because the universe, or I'm going to say God is forcing change. There's evolution, and evolution has been happening all along. This is just one of those big shifts. You know what I mean? Like turn of the century type shifts where it's like, okay, this is a new age, like a new world. And a lot of people are having a hard time adjusting to this change, which is why you're seeing a lot of stuff happening with mental illness, because people don't understand that they have to control their thoughts in the process of change, because your mind will tell you a whole lot of junk, especially if you're not careful about what you're watching and what is pouring into you. It's important that you monitor that. Reverence. Oh, perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm on it today. I'm on it today. I think it was that okra. I was today years old when I found out I like okra. I'm sorry, Spirit. Spirit is like, stop hitting my cards up against this table like that. I know. So we've got change and we've got perseverance, okay? Those two together, you have to know that you can do all things. Hence, I started a podcast and today was day one. I am working hard towards a goal that I've had in my head for a long time, that I told myself subconsciously, you can't do that. Girl, you crazy. That's what I was telling myself subconsciously. While consciously, I'm telling myself, oh yeah, Janie, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it, but not making any moves to do it. Action is how you get results. Perseverance, you have to take action, especially when change is happening. Otherwise, you're going to stay stuck. Like if people have to actually sometimes take a look at themselves and say, and some people are happy just staying where they're at, you know, but some people, you need to take a look at yourself and say, am I in the same place I was a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago? What have I done to make life a little different for myself? Or am I just good where I'm at? That's a possibility. Oh, yes, Lord. Sorry. I know y'all can't see the cards first, but I can. And this is peace, which is exactly where I am. I'm in a state of peace of mind. That is what the High Priestess is. She is a woman, a person who is in their state of peace. They don't juggle a lot of things. They don't let their mind tell them things that are not true. So Fantasia's on here, so sometimes you gotta lose to win again. So that's change. Like, so a lot of people, this is all making a lot more sense. So if you're having trouble letting go of the things of your past, you are resisting change. if you are a type of person that keeps thinking about all of the bad things that happen, then you're not changing your mindset the way that you might say that you are, but you're not really moving in that direction. And that's why it's like nothing's moving. Stay really conscious of your thoughts. You know, every now and then just kind of stop and think about what you're thinking about. Because thoughts become things. So if you're thinking negatively, that's what's going to come into you, negativity. If you're thinking positive, that's what's going to come into you, positivity. So it's all about how you talk to yourself. I used to think, oh my God, I'm talking to myself. But now I talk to myself freely because it helps me get through things, and it helps me think through things, and it helps me really analyze, is this a good decision for me? Does it really make me happy? And those are the things that you should be saying to yourself. You got to get to a place where the high priestess is only doing the things that are making her happy, because that's what's important in life, her happiness, or, you know, him or her. Health. When you're in a place of peace, you are working towards a healthier state of mind. And it's so crazy because what I want to do is work with people on mind, body, and soul. And so for health to come out, it's like, we've got your mind, we got your body. Now let's see what soul does. Relationships, soul contracts, relationships. That's your soul. Because your soul is connected to people through it's an energy. It's an energetic attraction. And that's what you have to keep mind of, relationships. Because you don't want your soul to be connected to people who are toxic. They're not feeding you to get you to a place of peace. They're trying to keep you frazzled and stuck and not moving nowhere, because I don't know why people would want to do that. I can't really speak on that because I don't think that way. But there are people out there who are just toxic. They just like seeing people not succeed, not do anything, which makes me think of perseverance. So it's like, you really, again, this is all about paying attention to your thoughts, your health, and your connections. It's like the trifecta. And when you get those things in order, the wheel can shift. When you step into your peace, when you step into healthier ways of living, when you step into better, healthy relationships, things start to change. So that's what you should be chasing after. Chasing after your own peace. Chasing after your health. Chasing after right relationships. Chasing after things that are good for your mind, body, and soul. Hello! I am working on all of those. I am working this thing. You should be chasing after things that are good for your mind, body, and soul, which is, I'm going to give myself a shameless plug because this is what I'm trying to help people do. I want to help people understand how to get to a place to live a holistic lifestyle where you are living your life. Yes, you still have to work a job. Yes, there are still going to be good times and bad times, but you'll understand how to go with that once you get in a healthier state of mind, because your mind will stop telling you that that's a negative thing. Your mind will stop telling you that it's a loss. If you can control your thoughts and say, that's not a loss, that's either a lesson or that was a road that I didn't need to go down. You have to trust it's in your faith. This is a spiritual awakening is a true faith walk. People who manifestations are a faith walk, because in order to get those things to be drawn into you, you have to take action. So some people just, they just sit and think 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 and think. But when you understand how the spiritual realm works with the 3D, the 3D and the 5D work, then you understand that you have to take those thoughts and have them become things. So thoughts become things. The thoughts should say, well, how do you make a thought a thing? Well, that means that's where action comes in. If this is the thought, then I have to get my mind in the right set so that I can make it a thing. You really have to understand the brain. You have to understand yourself. So I hate that, they put this coaching thing out and made it so so mainstream and commercial now, because there are a lot of people who really, really are not just coaches for money. Some coaches, that's me, no. Some coaches really, really, really want to make sure that the person gets it. A coach shouldn't tell you what to do. They should explain to you how to get there, how to do it. And sometimes you can't tell a person how to get anywhere or do anything if you haven't done it yourself. So make sure that if you are a person who does have a coach, make sure that they are helping you in telling you how to get there. And it's so funny because I said on the podcast earlier, in my journey, I ran into a lot of people, because I do a lot of studying, a lot of people that tell you, oh, I'm going to tell you how, 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 but you got to pay me $99.99. Come on, man. Do you want to help me or do you not want to help me? I understand you need to make a living, but don't have me, I don't know, maybe this is just me. Don't have me sit through 90 minutes of BS for you to tell me I got to buy your book to get the real answer on how to do it. Tell me that up front so that I can decide whether or not I want to waste my time and give you, because I need to know. I need to know what you know. I need to know if you've actually been through this thing, in order for you to help me. So just keep that in mind. How long we been on, y'all? I don't even know how long we've been on here. What time is it? Somebody tell me what time it is. Gratitude. So gratitude came out. When you're doing all these things, when you're manifesting, when you're working on right relationships, when you're working on your health, while you're persevering, make sure you do it in the spirit of gratitude, because we should be grateful for any and everything that we have. And like me, it's like I shifted what I was chasing, At first I was just chasing, I want this, I want this, I want that, I want that, I want that. Now I'm just chasing peace, and I'm in a place of peace. And so it's like, okay, now that we're in a place of peace, what can we do now? What can we do? What's new on the plate? And anything that comes in, I'm just grateful for, because I don't have to be alive right now. There's been a lot of times that I could have been taken out, and I'm just grateful that my angels and God saved me, So make sure when you do anything, everything, when you get up, be in a spirit of gratitude. Spirit likes that. So it's 8:20. Oh man, it's already almost been an hour. Yo, this time be like flying. Okay. All right, we're going to do let me get one more. Now, moonology. This one. We just had a new moon. We just had a new moon come in, and when the new moon comes in, that's when you do your heaviest manifestations. When the new moon comes in. You have to start understanding, like I've started to understand moon cycles and how they affect your life, and how they how your body is in tune with the moon, and how the moon triggers you, how the moon controls your mood swings. It's amazing how planets and moons really have something to do with your energy and how you move. because once I started journaling and keeping track of how I was feeling at certain times during the month, during the moon cycles, it was like, oh crap. Okay, now I understand why I'm this way. That's what I mean. So it's great to like learn about yourself. And if anybody wants help with that, I would love to help you. It's fun for me. It's exciting for me. It's not just fun, it's exciting. Because once I started figuring myself out, it was like, all right, now I need to do this. These two. Yes. Ooh. All right. So this is the new moon in Cancer. It says you and your loved ones are safe. And then the other one is the first quarter moon. It says your commitment is being tested. So what this is saying to me is, because remember, we're being stuck. So now we're being challenged. Hey, it's my son. Hey, Bug. How was school today? I miss my baby, y'all. I love it when both of my kids are in the house. Even though we don't even like, I just love their energy. They're so fun. DJ, I had this awesome food today. OMG. Hopefully mommy can recreate it. It was so good. Anyway, sorry guys. Those of you who are working hard, your hard work is paying off. That's at the bottom of the deck, which is your core energy. So what this is saying, and it ties right into this reading. We're feeling stuck. We want movement. So it's important that we have to know that everything is okay. Like, we shouldn't worry because we know that we're covered, especially those who are in the faith, because this is a faith walk. Even if you're not a Christian, you are in some sort of faith walk to be in manifestation. That's just manifestation and faith walk could be synonyms in my book. Okay? They're the same thing. You believe in a higher power. So what this is saying is, you know that you're covered by the universe because you're in a faith. But the universe is saying your commitment is being tested because what are you doing to take action to get to the dreams that you have, to get to the manifestations that you want? Use your high priestess energy and basically make thought become thing. That's what this is saying. Make thoughts become things. Make a plan. Have a plan. If you need help with that plan, come see JD. Whoop, 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 whoop. All right, guys. It has been a long day for me, but an amazing day for me. I am actually walking in my manifestations now. So I am going to be posting and giving updates, and I'm a person that leads by example. So, follow me. I'm going to tell you what I know. I'm going to help explain how I transmute energy, how to transmute all that negative that I've experienced and turn it into positive. That's what I do. That's why I'm at this place in my life where I'm very comfortable with who I am. I'm very comfortable with how I feel, and I'm very comfortable with speaking my mind if I need to. And I'm very comfortable with just being me, And I want to help people get to that place in their life because it is such an amazing feeling. It is good to know that you're protected by a higher power, and nobody can tell you that you can't do something. There's nothing that I can't do. So I am really, really punching for the stars. So join me on the journey. Just follow my pages because I'm going to share it for free until I can't share it for free anymore, And I don't know when that's going to happen. Those of you who are interested in working with me and doing some personal readings or anything like that, I am getting ready to I'm doing personal readings now. Yeah. So I'm going to release those links so that you'll be able to book me and you'll be able to see the prices. If you're just interested, kind of get your feet wet to see if it's for you, I would recommend just doing the 3-card reading, because that's going to just give you a kind of what's your energy right now. So what I do is I help you understand your energy, and I help you understand where you're at this moment. And then we can, as we get further, and if you want to grow more with it, then we start asking the questions. Okay, well, what do we do? Like we look into the shadows. What are the things that are in your subconscious mind that you're not even aware of? Because those subconscious thoughts are still becoming things. So it's important that you clear all of that negativity out. And sometimes you got to dig a little deep to make sure that you're really addressing the issues. And you have to start getting in that mirror, because a lot of what we say, a lot of what we do, a lot of how we treat people, it's a mirror. Like sometimes you project a lot of your feeling and emotion on other people, and you don't even realize it because it's a subconscious feeling. It's a subconscious thought. So it's very important that you understand your shadow as well as your light, so that you can balance, so that you can have control over that shadow and you can show more of your light. But you don't know it if you don't even know it exists. And I can tell you that this is a real thing because as a graphic design teacher, we're taught to target people. Advertisers are taught to target you, but they're taught to target you through your subconscious. So you don't even realize that you're being targeted until you're already in the store. And you're like, why did I come in here and get that? Because there was a subconscious message that was sent to you that you were totally unaware of, that prompted you to say, hey, make sure you pick this up next time you go to the store, even though you don't need it. Because that's what you're supposed to do if you're a designer. You're supposed to target, understand how to target the subconscious as well as the conscious mind. Yeah, it's deep, right? So yeah, that's what I get to teach my students, how to target people like myself. The crazy part is you have some people that target to help you in good ways, and then you have some people that target to help you in bad ways. So you have to understand yourself inside and out. That's the way you get to High Priestess. She is unbothered because she understands herself inside and out. All right, guys. Thanks for sticking with me all day. I really, really love and appreciate each and every one of you. I think I might have to move these to Monday nights just because I'm doing the podcast now. That's definitely going to be Sunday nights. So just look out for my posts. I'll post when I'm going to do the live energy readings. And I'm going to keep doing this as long as you guys keep coming on. All right? Thank you, Queen. Love you. And I'll post them on YouTube. I'm slow. I got to get on it. I'm juggling too much. All right, guys. Good night.